So today in class 12 we will start with the pollination. That you already knows that different organs actually we studied, that female gametobiotic structure already we studied. So in the preceding section we already studied this one, and now both the gametes are actually, if we see, as the both gametes are non-motile, they have the brought together to for fertilization, and how they achieve actually through the way of pollination. So pollination is a mechanism to achieve this object, the transfer of pollen grains from female parent plant actually to stigma or pistil, termed as pollination. That is a pollen comes into the stigma, and that is called pollination. Flowering plants have evolved an amazing array of adaptation. So different adaptation should be there, the kind of pollination also should be there. So first starts with the, depending on the source of pollen, pollination can be divided into three types. That is actually first is called autogamy. That in this type pollination is achieved in the same flower, and transfer of pollen grain from the anther to stigma of the same flower. In a normal flower which we opens and exposes the anther and stigma. Complete autogamy is rather rare. Autogamy is which flower requires synchrony in pollen release, and stigma receptively are also the anthers and stigma should be in close to each other, close contact. This is called also self pollination can occur. Like actually two types of if we see that plants such as viola or oxalis, two types of flower. There is chasmogamous flower which are similar to flowers which are other species with exposed anther and stigma, and clistogamous flower which do not open at all. In such flowers do not open anther and stigma in close with each other. The anther dehisces the flower buds to effect pollination. Thus clistogamous flowers are invariably autogamous, as there is no chance of cross pollination landing on the stigma. Next one is nitrogamy. Nitrogamy means that you transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma of another flower of the same plant. Although nitrogamy is functionally cross pollination involving a pollinating agent, and genetically it is similar to autogamy, and since the pollen grains come from the same plant. Whereas in case of genogamy, there is transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma of different plant. This is the only type of pollination which during pollination brings genetically different type of pollen grains of the stigma. Now if we see the agent of pollination, if we see that plants use two abiotic, that is more or less wind and water, and one biotic, that is animal agent, to achieve pollination. Majority of plant biotic agent for pollination, the small portion of plant are with the abiotic agents should be there. So the chance of pollen grains contact with stigma, both wind and water for pollination, the comprehensive, the uncertainties of the associated loss of pollen grains also takes place. So pollination by wind, if we see, more common amongst abiotic pollination. Wind pollination also requires the pollen grains are light, non-sticky, so that they can transport a wind current. They often possess well exposed stamen, so that the pollens are easily dispersed in the wind current. Whereas in large, often wind feather stigma to easily airborne and pollen grains. Wind pollinated flower often have single ovule in each way, and even the corn cob, the you see nothing but the stigma and pollen which have the wing to tap pollen grains. So pollination by water is quite rare. That is flowering plants limited to about the 30 genera more or less, mostly monocotyledonous. Monocot plants should be there, and plant groups such as algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte is believed that because of the need of water transport of male gamete fertilization. Some examples of water plant like Vallisneria, Hydrilla, these are examples. Whereas in case of Vallisneria, the female flower reaches the surface of water by the strong long stalk, and male flower pollen grains released into the water surface of water and carried passively by water current. And then both wind pollinated flowers are most colorful and not produce nectar. Majority of the flowering plants, a range of animals pollinating agent like bees, butterfly, flies, beetles. These are the examples. Sometimes sunbird, hummingbird also there. Even larger animals like lemurs, arboreal, like rodents, or sometimes gecko, lizard. These are the examples. Often flower of animal pollinated flower. A small number of flowers are make them conspicuous. Animals are them flowers by color and fragrance. The body of animal get generally stick of the animal pollinated flower, and this some species also by lay eggs. Tallest plant of Amorphalas plant, both the moth and the plant cannot complete their life cycle. In order of why do we observe some flowers of flowering plants like cucumber, mango, people? These are the example. How they pollinate actually, we have to see this one. You have to also find out how they actually comes out. So the larva of moth come out of the eggs as the seed start developing. So these are the examples by which actually pollen takes place. So next day we will start with the outbreeding device and pollen pistil interaction.